Hey guys, thanks for coming back to On the Go Crypto. We have a rare treat today. We have an AMA with evercraft ecotechnologies Chief Development Officer Phil Hauenhorst. And Phil has assured me that I am not butchering his last name, and I've got it right. We've got Phil live on the call here. He's going to be answering some AMA questions from my private community and also some of your questions that you've given me in the comments in your curious capacities about this pre-sale, about this constellation network project that is really breaking ground in the clean, environmentally friendly space. That narrative we know is popular. And without further ado, I'm going to get with Phil and the questions. Phil, please feel free to introduce yourself to the channel. And thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for inviting me. So I'm Phil Hauenhorst, the token developer of the Ecet token. I am part of the evercraft ecotechnology team. And my background is in programming and in consulting for like ERP companies. But this is not specifically for evercraft. Here, my role is to develop the token and everything blockchain related.
Okay. So you would be the blockchain guy for Ecet, correct?
Yeah, correct. I designed the tokenomics and I developed the token.
Well, great. Well, I want to say, like, what a stacked team. Guys at home watching, I started in the white paper, which is everything about the website is very clean and very professional. Obviously, a lot of time, a lot of money and thought went into building out the pitch deck, the website, the white paper. But most importantly, in that white paper, I encourage everybody to go. I'm going to leave the links down below in the socials and everything. But go to this white paper and look at this team. Here it is, down towards the bottom of the white paper. Meet the team. You've got the co-founders. You've got the director of science, chemical process engineering, chief creative officer, project management, head of IT, Phil, chief development officer. I'm going to keep coming down here. Is it Gurnon? Am I butchering his first name?
No, no,
Okay.
no. Perfect.
Yeah, business development. Alexandra in public relations. She handles all the coordination for this project reaching the masses. She is the reason I know about it. And Matthias, project coordination, co-founder. It's just the team is very transparent, very professional looking. And as cheesy as it sounds, everybody is very presentable. The photography, these images are very professional. These are actually pictures and not just some AI render of a team hiding somewhere in Europe. This is a real project, a real company doing things. And that brings me to my first question. I'm going to ask a series of questions that I brought in from my comments on your previous videos I've done on your project, but also from my private community. So from my private community first, the one that I got the most was what are the reasons for tokenizing this project? Why tokenize the ACA efforts that you guys are spearheading?
Yeah. So the guy who holds the patent, Manfred Lenzi, he has developed this great technology in order to make the world a more green and more sustainable place. And his innovative idea is for like people who normally wouldn't have any access to such a technology, because it would be pretty easy to get VCs to fund like hundreds of millions for this technology. But he wants to go a more like democratic approach and being able to, doing governance via the token model. So the people that hold the token, they participate and they earn from the Ecet plant. So when the Ecet company makes some kind of profit, or for example saves CO2, then there are so-called carbon credits that are credited to the company, and then these credits are airdropped.
Okay. So that's brilliant, right? I actually really like that, and I had heard, I've seen in the socials, and you guys are very active on your Twitter. I know you're building up your Twitter, and I really like that kind of goes back to your Twitter. You guys aren't using bots. You aren't using fake. You're not buying followers and you're not buying engagement. You're going real, organic, and honest growth and making the ownership and the influence of governorship in this token more democratic by tokenizing it to retail investors is much more honest and honorable, in my opinion, I think, to turning around and letting some VCs with millions of dollars control the project and be more centralized. Really, I really like how you're decentralizing it with that democratic approach.
Totally.
Yeah, that's really neat. The more I think about that, that's really great. I know everybody's going to love that. You're letting the little guy have an influence in a groundbreaking technology advancement. That's really awesome. The next question I have for you would be, you and I have discussed that you are in Germany. So we're having this AMA, and for those of you listening, bear with us if maybe there's a connection glitch here and there. We are having this AMA from the United States to Germany, so to be expected, there might be a glitch or two. But where is the project based out of? Is there an actual home base?
Yeah, so the team consists of German and Austrian people. And the first plant went live on the 18th of January. So, like from this date, let's say 1 week ago, roundabout.
Wow.
Yeah, and this was in the Upper Austria. Where we visited a company called BioG, and this is actually the place where the first plant is. There's also an office of evercraft specifically, which is in Vienna. So I would say you can say that it's mostly based in Austria, but also, for example, Holger, the CEO, and myself is German. So like it's a mixed team, mostly consisting of German and Austrian people.
Fantastic. And great that you brought up the plant opening. That's fantastic news. Congratulations to you and the team.
Thank you.
I know that seeing something materialize so early in a project that isn't even live yet is going to be refreshing. New people may not understand how important that really is, new people in crypto, but for people that are OGs in the space in crypto, to already have a utility going live when the token launches is very unheard of and extremely bullish. So those of you listening, pay attention to that because they have this plant live already and we haven't even launched yet. So progress before it's even promised. So that's fantastic. I do have another question. How long has this project actually been in the works? That came from my Discord.
Yeah, so the work of Manfred Lenzi, the science guy behind this, goes back, I would say, more than 10 years.
Wow.
So back in the days, he had this crazy idea, or it turned out to be not that crazy, actually. But back in the days, all people told him, yeah, you're crazy because you cannot split CO2 in a very efficient, cost-efficient way. Yeah, but then he one day developed the whole formula, how to actually do it, and he showed it to some other science guys who audit these formulas, and they were like, "Yeah, okay, you got it. This is actually a valid formula that shows us that there is a possible way to split CO2 in a very cost-efficient way." So what he developed with these splitting CO2, this is nothing completely new. It's in the market for many years now, but the way we do it is more cost-efficient and more without any waste, any material that is left there. So this is a very sustainable way to do it, and of course lowers the cost.
Wow. That's fantastic. 10 years in the making. It's finally happening. Another question that I have was, do you guys, it seems like you have everything together on the project side of this. You have the science. Manfred's got it locked down. The co-founders, Mario and Holger, they obviously know what they're doing. This project is very well organized and put together. It's very refreshing. The team looks great. It looks like you guys have that covered. But this being your first crypto project, which is also a good thing. It's not like you're out here dropping projects every other week. But this being your first project, do you guys? I had a comment from a question rather from my community. do you understand the need for marketing your launch, and do you have plans for, say ads or something of that nature to get the word out when it's actually time to go live with this project so that it can take off and flourish the way that we all hope it can?
Totally. So the first approach was always to have some kind of, let's say, more private sale in order to get the plant, the funding for the plant. And now that the first actual plant stays or is exists in Upper Austria, the next phase begins, where we basically start to do the marketing and bring the token to life and actually launch this whole thing. So there is of course the need to do more marketing, but the most like business partners we were talking to in the past, they were like, okay, nice, this sounds very good on paper, but where can I actually see such a plant? And then we were like, currently it doesn't exist, so now with this real existing plant in Upper Austria, we can tell them, go there, look it up yourself and educate yourself about it, and they can really see and feel it, and this is the most important step. And now we start with the marketing phase.
Fantastic. That's exciting. I had one question actually come in live just now in my Discord, and the member in there is Wiggle, and Wiggle wants to know, the only thing that he has a concern about is it being crypto related in project that is being sold in Germany, with all of the overregulation that we know is present in Germany with crypto. Do you guys have any concerns with navigating that process, or are you prepared for that?
So please don't get this wrong. We are not really operating from Germany related to the token sale and stuff.
Oh, great.
So everything with token and stuff is like done by the share, company based on shares, and this company based on share is in Switzerland. So this has nothing to do with European regulations. This is not the MiCA, not the markets and crypto assets regulation, any kind. This is completely different from German and European regulations.
Fantastic. I know a lot of people are going to be happy to hear that, because we actually have some fine gentlemen in our group from Germany, and they are very familiar with the overregulation that exists there. So it sounds crazy. Like you guys planned for that, and that is awesome. We're excited to hear that, because it's not very often that a team that's so well organized and professional and transparent and public as you guys comes along. But it's even more rare that they have a real concrete product and service and utility to market. And it's nice that you guys have thought of everything, that we at least get the benefit of benefiting from your hard work. You guys thought about how to get around everything. Well, that brings me to my last question, Phil. One person wants to know, and this is in the comments, I'm not sure who asked it, do you have any connections to similar interests in this market in the United States, or is this mainly a European focus for now?
So I don't know how deep I can go with this currently, but I think I can tell that there are companies in other continents that are interested in the technology. Currently, we have connections to, for example, political persons here in Germany and in Switzerland and in Upper Austria. So this is, of course, the first go-to market. We are currently talking to people in Montenegro, for example, and also in India. We don't really have open connections yet in America that we are already telling people, other than to the constellation ecosystem. If this is something the people know, constellation DAG. But besides this, we are of course always happy to get to know new people, and especially in continents where we currently are not really operating. But this is something that is of course possible in the future.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you don't want to give away too much too early. You guys haven't even launched yet. We can't give it all away yet, okay? So,
exactly. So there are news coming out in the future, and we are talking to many people, and I think this first thing now, the first phase is done, and with the new plan, we can basically invite everybody and just look at it And when we get the first calculations for the people, for the publicity, then we can also show, okay, this is what you would normally pay for X amount of carbon nanotubes, and this is what you now pay for carbon nanotubes when you're using our technology. So yeah, this will be a drastic reduction of the costs.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I think it's brilliant. I think the project has so much promise and so much going for it now. The launch successfully of the plant. Congratulations again. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
And I know that the people that have brought into your pre-sale already, that's going currently. Remind us, what round are we in the pre-sale?
So there's basically only one round that increases the price step by step.
Yes.
So currently we are looking at the price of like 5.5 cents, I think. But yeah, like in the next few days, it will like go up. The price was lower due to the let's say the risk involved, because the plant wasn't there and everything was just the let's say the vision of us. But now that we really carried out this in real life, there will be a drastic increase, of course, in the preset price, because now if you buy the token, there is not this risk involved that the plant doesn't come to life, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. I think that's my point exactly. You guys are materializing, and you are coming through with the promise of this plant. And now that that has gone live, we've seen on your Twitter, we've seen the video releases, the clips of you guys putting this thing together and actually launching the start of work with this groundbreaking technology at this plant. Now that people have seen this conceptualization come to life and that it is real, I do believe that the interest is going to go way up, because that reassurance is there, that confidence that you guys, not only are you a good-looking professional team that's doxed and public and transparent, not only is the project thought out, well thought, well organized, and everything is very user-friendly to look at, but on top of that, you're really doing what you're saying. You're delivering on what you say is coming on the roadmap. And that in crypto, I know, goes a miles. So I think that you guys' interest is really going to peak. I know that I'm super bullish on your project. Obviously, I'm biased because I know a really good team when I see one. And I say time and time again, in crypto, we're not shopping for tokens or coins. We're shopping for teams. We are buying into a team, 100%. Yeah, and I literally am buying into your team personally. I mean, I think that this team is one of the best looking teams I've seen in crypto. The fact that you guys are launching on Constellation is brilliant. So I think there's so much coming for you guys, and I'm super excited. And that's really all I've got, Phil, unless you have anything you'd like to close with.
No, I just say thank you very much. Of course, I suggest everybody to look into the white paper to get a more like overall understanding what we're currently doing. Of course, like 10, 15 minutes is a very short amount to get the whole vision. But yeah, we're very active. We do regular AMAs stuff. So if there are any questions left, just join our social medias, be active. Yeah, that's the way to go.
That's awesome. Well, I am super, super thankful. I know that we had to bounce back and forth a bit with the opposite end of the world, trying to line this out with you being there and me traveling. So I really do appreciate your patience again. And I'm so glad that you carved out some time in your day to talk to me and my communities. And I really, again, appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to the future. And I really am looking forward to doing this again. So I hope after the pre-sale is over, maybe we can get back together after launch and talk about where you guys are at that point.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. And I wish everybody in the community a great night.
Thank you so much, Phil. You have a great day. And to everybody listening, stay calm, make that money, and we will see you guys again next time. Thanks again.